topic today is going to be going to a higher place. Don't take Lot with you. Don't take Lot with you. Everybody, it's okay. Don't take Lot with you. Don't take Lot with you. Now, here we begin up the reading of God's holy word. We're going to start a recap from Thursday, and we're going to move on. Thursday, we talked how Abraham, God told him. Now, the Lord had said, there's a lot of time God told most of us something more than one time to do something, and we're not doing it. Now the Lord had said unto Abraham, get thee of thy country and from thy kindred, from thy father's house unto a land I'm going to show you. God said, God came the first time, he said, get out. And the second time God came out, he said, get out. Now look at it. How can you choose to move forward when you want to get out? How can you choose to move forward when you want to put the right feet before the left feet, the left feet before the right feet, and keep moving? And we find out God will try to warn you more than one time to do something. God will come in and repeat himself over and over again. He said, get out. Get out. Get out. I can't do what I want to do for you until you get out. But the thing about what we do is we come to church when we hear the promises of God. We jump around, we shout, we run the floors, and we do all kind of things. But what we won't do is get out. We won't go forward, but you want to jump, you want to scream. Oh, that's for me. Oh, that's mine. Oh, praise God. God said he's going to do this. God said, okay, leave him. You won't leave him. God said, leave her. You won't leave the job. You won't leave the job. Start the business. You won't start the business. God said, do this, and you won't do that. But you scream over the promises of God. You yell over the promises of God in the hope of going somewhere, but you really going nowhere. Can't move forward. Because getting out, right, demands some things.
That's right.
Getting out is not easier as getting in.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. That's true.
When you go inside the house, it's easier to go in to unpack.
Right.
But when you're trying to leave the house, you accumulate a lot of things in the house in the process of being in there. So it takes you a longer time to move out than you moving inside the house. It's easier to get into the marriage, but it's easy. It's easier to get into the relationship, but it's
take it there. There go.
It's harder to get out. So getting out is not easy, but God can't do nothing for you till you get out.
Right.
Things won't get fixed until you get out. And I found out that you can get out physically, but you ain't out mentally. Oh, nobody hear me. Oh, glory, hallelujah. It's one thing to be out physically from something, but if it's not out of you, then you're still in. And I think that's the problem with some of us, that we can't detox from the things we in. Well, come on now. If a drug dealer is getting, well, or a person who drank alcohol, they remove him. He had to get out from the environment that he's in that's causing him to do all the drinking. He has to move away from the partying, from the friends and everywhere else. He has to seclude himself so he can detox. And come on. See, the thing about it, you have to choose the right place to detox. Oh yeah, nobody hear what I'm talking about, because detox talks about people seeing a part of yourself they may not be ready to see. Nobody hear me. Seeing a part of my life that you're not ready to see or understand. When I'm detoxed, I may say things I don't mean to say, or I usually would say or behave in ways that it's easier, and that's why a lot of people can't get out. Because they don't want to deal with the detox of coming out. Don't want to deal with not talking to Joe and Jane. Don't want to deal with not being in the good in being with them down the block. It's itching on you. Come on, you may stay 2 days in the house, but the third day, Lord have mercy. Because the detox, when something is detoxed, means it's coming out of you. But the thing about it is this, that the reason it's hard for you to get out, because your system is used to the poison that's in you. Your system is used to the drama that's inside your life. It doesn't matter if you have a good relationship, but I'm used to drama. No matter what I'm talking, okay, nobody knows it. Oh, glory, hallelujah. It doesn't matter if I'm a good person. I got bad person in my blood, and I'm gonna turn a good person to a bad person because I'm used.
Bring it.
Okay. Because I need a fix. Okay, let me help you out. Let me show you how you can turn a good person to a bad person so you can get your fix. I don't know nothing about crack, but when they making crack, it's usually not in the form it comes.
That's right.
They gotta cook it now. I've never done it, but I watch TV. Nobody hear me. They got to cook it and make them to rocks, because there's some point I can't get it in the pure form because it killed me. So give it to me in the. So I turn a good person to a bad person so he can make my fix, because I have drama in.
Jesus. Yeah.
I got drama in my life, and I can't deal with things being good because I can't. I'm out physically, but I'm in mentally.
Yeah.
Oh God. So God said, look, get out.
Yes.
You know, I don't understand. You see, God said I think it's a song, he said, once have I spoken and twice have I heard it. Power belongs to God. Lord have mercy. Once he spoke it, but twice I heard it, that power belongs to God. Oh, mercy. God don't talk 3 times. But you hear the echo of what he tells you. Come on, nobody hear me. It sounds like he's talking 2 times, but he's talking 1 time. But what you heard is an echo, what he told you before to come out of the situation. So he told Abraham, come out of your kindred, come out your country. He said, I'm going to show you something. God can't show you nothing till you're able to come out. And he said this, look, for me to help you to come out, let me give you a promise, because I didn't give you no promise before. But let me give you this promise. I'll make you a great nation.
Yes.
And I'm going to bless you. And my name great. He said, I'm going to make your name great, and that shall be a blessing. There's sometimes for God to give you out, he give you a promise of what he going to do. Oh, come on now. Yeah. Because the promise make you able to leave where you are, so you can go to where God is going to get you. Come on now. He said you got to leave. Is anybody leaving? You see, you got to leave so you can see what I got for you. You can't see what God has for you staying in the same environment, same people, same things. And sometimes God will come to wreck house to get you the way he needs to be. But I learned this, right? That God is not a man that he should lie. If God said it shall come to pass. And there's a times I really believe in my life that a lot of times when God says something is over, they're gonna come, all hell is gonna come in. But we try to say it's the devil, but it's not the devil, it's God trying to shake some things in your life to get you to the place from where you are, from where you need to be. Somebody to understand it's not the devil, but it's God saying, come on now, some things have ended, but some new things got to begin in your life. You got to understand what Joseph said, that you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. Come on now. God, David said it was good that I was afflicted because I learned to trust God. I learned to depend on God. I learned to focus on God. I learned to put my mind on God and think about God. Does nobody understand what I'm talking about? You meant it to kill me, but God, there's a strength inside of me that comes out. Come on now. There's a strength that's come inside in the outside. Nobody understand what I'm talking about today, but God will cause some things to happen in your life for you to get from point A to point B. No one understand me. He said, look, I'm going to give you a promise that I will bless you and I'm going to bless them that bless you. Come on now. And curse him that curses you. You got to understand there's a double jeopardy of blessing in my life. That you got to be careful when you come against a blessed person. Because just like I'm blessed, there's a curse attached if you come against me. You got to understand. You got to be careful how you hit me. You got to be careful how you treat me. You got to be careful how you talk about me. Because the very thing, see, you can talk about somebody and your job dried up because you put your mouth on a blessed person. You got to understand what I'm talking about. You came against a blessed person. You see, the thing about it, you can say what you want to say, but be careful that God, whom God has blessed, that you don't. Be careful who you put your mouth on. Be careful. Be careful what you say against him. Be careful how you talk about him. Oh, my God, have mercy. Be careful. Be careful. You see, you may not understand it, but you have to understand that there's an anointing that God will put on you to sustain the people around you. There is an anointing. You got to understand that. There is an anointing, my God, that God will put inside of your soul to feed nations and to do certain things. So you can't put your mouth on whom God has sent to bless you. No, nobody gave me. You may not like me, but God sent me to bless you. You may not want me or want me around you, but God calls me to be around you to bless you. No. Can I help you something, right? That have you ever been in a relationship and because of your presence with this person that they begin to grow? They wasn't growing before. They didn't have no job before you. They wasn't doing nothing. There's some people who have you around because they know you blessed. As long as you're around, well, you may look at it, you being used. You're being used. You're being used because, okay, you think I'm joking. See, the Bible said when Joseph was in the prison, that everything that when Joseph touched it began to prosper. You won't know what's around you until it's gone. You won't know what kind of blessing you had, what kind of anointing that was around you. Come on now. There's something about it. You got a good woman. You look good. Your hair done. You look fresh and you look nice and you look like a flower being watered every day. But the minute they're gone, you start to wilter. You start to go down. Because guess what? There is an anointing, my God, in your life that everywhere you go begin to grow. Because that's why God said, look, I'm going to tell you to go because regardless of where you go, you're going to be successful. Don't worry about the environment. Don't worry about the people. All you got to do is go. And I've got a promise over your life that if you go to the wilderness, it's going to be a garden after you get there. Come on. Tell them it doesn't matter where I go or where I'm going. That when I get there, the anointing in my life will turn stuff around. Come on now. The power of God in my life will turn some mess around in my life. Nobody understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's why the enemy, those who are cursed, trying to be hanging with the people that's blessed, because that's called an anti-anointing. Nobody hears it. What is an anti-anointing? An anti-anointing is an anointing that's trying to block the blessing and the flow of the blessing. But guess what? Come on now. The Bible said, come on, when the enemy comes in, like a flood got come in. Because you may try to block the anointing, but it's building up to a flood in my life. It's building up, come on now. It's building up to a river in my life. You can't stop it. Oh, glory. Understand what I'm talking about. Come on now. You can't block it. So the anti-anointing is always the one that's trying to block the blessing in your life. That is why in the season you got to be careful who you hook up with. You got to be careful who you call Bay and Boo and Brody and whatever it is that you're dealing with. Yeah. You better be careful, baby, because it looks good on the other side. But be careful, because you can be set up for a letdown. Because if Jesus is not the center of it all, if Jesus is not the clue, see, the blessing comes from the promise of you doing what God said. So you got to check people, are they doing what the Lord said in the season? Oh, no, okay, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. Now look at this. So Abraham departed. Tell somebody we recap it. Yeah. We recap it. Now look at it. So Abraham departed as the Lord had spoken unto him. Tell him finally you becoming obedient. Okay. And Lot went with him. And Lot went with him. Yeah. And Lot went with him. A lot of trouble, a lot of pain, a lot. God clearly said, right? Get thee out of thy country and from thy what? Kindred. That means cousins too. That means some family members, brothers, sisters. Come on now, mama, daddy, I mean everyone. God said, see, don't try to play God because God was not specific. Don't try to play God because he didn't say Lot, he said kindred. We trying to play God over. Well, let me bring Buki and well, they second cousin. Do they count? No. God said, if they kindred, leave your kindred. Because what he's saying, whatever his family was in, all of them was in it. And they're going to hold you down, amen, if you bring them in it. This is a season you can't bring Lot with you. And I don't know what your Lot is, and I don't know who Lot is, because Lot can be a person, a place, or a thing, or a mindset. But you can't bring that Lot with you. You can't go to a higher place with that mindset. You can't go to a higher place being in the same place that you in. You can't go to a higher place with this person you with. Come on now. You can't go to a higher place with that thing that you're doing. Come on. You can't go to a higher place. On your old ways, you cannot go to the higher place. So Lot is just not just a person, but Lot can be the very thing that God told you not to bring. Lot is the very thing that God told you to leave alone. Come on now. God, come on. Because how many times God gonna have to tell you the same thing? Come on. So now we're going to find out when we bring Lot with us, something begin to happen. So now the Bible said that he departed, right? And Abraham took Sarah, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered and the souls that had gotten him. Now he didn't say don't bring the souls. He said don't bring the kindred. God is very he said
specific.
Nobody.
Specific,
Why would God say don't bring the family members? There's some things they in. When God trying to bring you to the mindset, he don't want the same old people whispering the same things to your ears to bring you back to what you used to be. You got to understand it. You got to take some brothers, either spiritual brothers or natural brothers, because see the Bible said that Paul, I was teaching on going to a higher place on Friday, and Paul said, use me as an example, right? Use me, and I think it was what? I believe, I have it right here, right? I believe it was, well, he said this, get out, right? He said, use me as an example. I think it was to the church of the Philippi. And he was teaching them that, use me, Paul, as an example, because he said, I press towards the mark of the high calling. First chapter 3. He said that mark them that don't have the same spirit. He said that truth is going to expose who not willing to go higher. Those who complain and murmur, well, my pastor doing this now. Mark them right there. Mark all of them that complain. Mark them. Mark them. That's what the Bible. Mark them. So what? We getting out early. We got something to say. Mark them. Mark them. Why we got to do this way? Mark them. Mark them. They don't have the right spirit. They don't have the right thing because they're not understanding. For us to go higher, things got to be different. So Paul said, mark me as an example and of the others that's doing the same. But those that doing differently, he said, look at them as an enemy of the cross. Well, yeah. But they my friend. Who cares? You're my enemy. Why is it you're my enemy? Because you try to stop me from going higher. You try to stop me from going to the place where God wants me to be. Because guess what? Two cannot walk together unless they agree. When I see you with somebody, what is the agreement between you and them? What are you agreeing about? What is the mindset of agreement that you got with this person that you get along with? What is it? Oh God, okay, nobody here. It's quiet up in here. But what is the agreement? Because the Bible said it, two cannot walk together unless they agree. If you were a liar, what's the agreement? What is the agreement with the liar? What is the agreement with the thief? What are y'all agreeing about? Do they give you something when they steal? What is it that you're agreeing about? Nobody. In the church, you call it control. But in a hospital, they call it something else. Quarantine. Because the hospital understands infection pass on. Okay, don't want to hear it. But in church, we tell you stay away from that one. Be careful. Okay, what do you do when your baby, so you said at the daycare and somebody got a cold? Stay away. Why? So what's the problem in church? What's the problem in church? Tell me what's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? Huh? What's the problem? See? Because guess what? God will spiritually quarantine some things till it heals itself. God will spiritually quarantine a mindset, a thought, or thinking. And that's how things spread if we don't take care of it early. Because if we don't take care of it early, it becomes something different. You know what it's called in the hospital? Epidemic. It's called an epidemic. What does epidemic do? Wipe things off. Kill things. And I'm here after an epidemic before it starts. Because I've seen it working. Seen it working. Warfare is not after a person, it's after a spirit. And if we're not careful, it will spread until everybody is contaminated. And one thing about some spiritual diseases, it goes after the head. It goes after the head and works its way down to the body. But those who have an ear, let them hear what the Spirit is saying unto the church. Now look at this. And they went forth into the land of Canaan. Into the land of Canaan they came. Genesis 13, verse 1. And Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. See that? They go Lot again. Lot coming right here. Lot probably was his favorite cousin, favorite friend, but God said, don't bring him. Don't bring Lot with you. And some of y'all, your kids hang with people they shouldn't hang with. Right. Little boy acting funny, you ain't gonna talk to my son till I'm gonna watch you. That's right. If I have a doubt, I'm gonna check. Little girls hanging out with you, I'm gonna check you. That's right. You bopping too hard. Too much for me. Yeah. Okay. It's all right.
That's it.
It's okay.
That's it. That's
Mhm.
it.
It's okay. You lying a little. You too much a little bit bitter here. Too much a little bit angry here. We got to be careful. You know, we try the Spirit by the Spirit.
Word. Right, prophet. Go ahead. Listen, Jesus. Speak, Holy Ghost.
Because in this generation, we got hidden spirit who trying to hide in different forms, in different ways, in spiritual warfares and spiritual things and all kind of stuff. And that's why we in trouble. That's why we in trouble. Because we want to rub shoulders with things. We ain't talking about we all perfect here. And that's not about perfection. No, get your mind right. It's not about perfection. But some things is black and white. And guess what happened? Infection happens and things happen. And guess what? The Bible said my people perish because of what? Lack of knowledge. I'm here to give you some knowledge. I'm here to give you some things. And I'm here to tell you certain things so your eyes can be open so you can see it for who and what it is. And a lot of people, right, especially me, people tell me I don't see right. I see right. I see right. Just because you don't see it. Well, let me say, first of all, not boasting. I'm not the people, Maggie, I'm not a boasting person. But I have a title.
Yes.
In the Spirit.
That's right.
I'm a different rank than you. How you gonna tell me I'm wrong when I know what I see? I'm a watchman. The watchman see things way far off before you can even, by the time it comes around you, that's when you see it. But by the time it's way over there, I've seen it already.
Yeah.
Have your way, God.
All right, then.
So you leave it.
I see it already. You don't tell me you ain't seeing right. Or you got a spirit. No, I don't got a spirit. You got a spirit just because you said it.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Right about that.
And look at this. And Abram was very rich in cattle and silver and gold. Tell somebody the blessing is working.
The blessing is working.
Amen. And he went on his journeys from the south even to Bethel, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning between Bethel and Hay, unto the place of the altar which he had made there at the first, and there Abraham called upon the name of the Lord. Look at verse 5. And Lot also. And what? Lot also. Right? He did what? He started worshiping God. Guess who was worshiping? The Lot. Your Lot will worship God with you. Your Lot will worship God with you. Your Lot will go around with you. Your Lot will do all these things with you. But look at this here, right? And Lot also, which went with Abraham, had flocks and herds and tents. Because now of the connection, your lots will also get blessed. Because of the connection, your lot will also produce.
Yeah.
Your lot will do what? Produce. There are some things that's not supposed to grow in your life, because you allow it to be in your life, will grow.
Right.
It's not don't look at their growth as God's will.
Speak well.
Some things will grow, but it's not God, but it doesn't mean it's His will. It doesn't mean His purpose. Be careful that you don't get fooled by Lot. Be careful when you leave God and you get fooled by a lot of money. And you look at it, oh, God must be with me because I'm successful.
Yeah.
God must be, no, you're moving away from God. So don't be careful of a lot of money, a lot of success, a lot of joy, a lot of stuff without God.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody. Be careful of a lot of, I'm trying to help you out. Be careful of a lot of stuff, because a lot of stuff that can grow may not be God.
That's right. Amen.
Be careful of things that grow that God is not in it. Now look at this. And Lot And the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together, for the substance was great, so that they could not dwell together. Now look at this. When you look at it, increase can cause problems.
Yes.
When things begin to grow, it can cause problems. When you begin to be wealthy, it may bother some people. When you begin to walk in freedom, it's going to bother some people. See, a lot of people will walk with you when you're doing bad. But when you start doing good, and you start driving something good, and you start living somewhere good, and when you start having a different mindset, then and you go back on the block, you're going to find out the people you used to hang around with, maybe the people you need to watch out for.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
boy.
right.
Oh boy.
That's right.
Because you growing in God can be an issue to some other people. You growing, they trying to tell you, or you think you're better than us. You think you're this. So don't think growth means that everybody's going to be happy for you. Come on now. Don't think that because you walk in a different way and you walk in a different thinking, everybody's going to be happy for you. No, your growth can cause issues. Your mindset, because matter of fact, see, when two people are not growing, relationship is about growth. Nobody hear me. Relationship is about growth. If we're not growing, where are we going? Why are we here? Dead end. We together, at least in relationship, we say, okay, we're together. Well, we're going to get married. See, you start having that conversation about growth. Okay, at the beginning when you first meet, right? The conversation is like, okay, are we going to be, going to have a title? Are you going to be my babe? I'm trying to get along with the young people. You have a conversation about growth. That's about growth. Are you going to be, are we going to be committed? Then after you get committed, after a while, they start talking about, are we going to get married? So it's about growth. And now, because people can talk about growth, it can cause an issue. I'm trying to help you out. Because they've been in a relationship with you for a while, and they start talking about our marriage. But I know, we good. We all right. What you talking about, Willis? We good. There was no problem until you start talking about more. There was no problem until you start talking about growth. That's what it is. You want to look at what the evolution of the relationship, which way it's going. And everything was good. We're going to dinner and we eating, and while we eating dinner, we whatever. And then she starts saying, "Well, where this relationship going? Where you mean it's going? It's going right here in the restaurant." It's going right here in the restaurant. It's good. No. What are you talking about? We're good. What are you talking about? Now I'm talking about what is our future. What is our future? We're going to finish eating the food and go home. That's the next level. What you talking about? And you keep on talking, right? At dinner. And you going to say, no, I don't mean that. I'm talking about we going to get married. All of a sudden he put the foot down. He lost his appetite. And then he pushed it aside. Why you got to mess up this food for? We're having a good time till we talk about growth. You know why I lost my appetite? God's soul. Depends which restaurant you go to. God's soul. You want to check right away. You don't want to eat no more. It's over. And anybody taking a ride home. Silence. Why? Because you talk about growth. All right. Growth causes trouble. Growth causes issues. Leave it alone. So we find out growth caused problem with Lot because it exposes something that was there that you never seen before. Ooh. It exposed something inside of Lot that it was never before. It exposed Lot to you.
That's right. That's right.
Growth caused Lot. Let me show you how. Look at this, right? And the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together, for their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together. And there was strife. Anytime growth happened, there comes strife.
It's true.
Every time you see hell breaking loose, tell somebody it's about to be growth somewhere. Everybody hear me? Every time something about to grow, the devil come in, there's strife. There was strife. There was battles between Lot people and Abraham people. Now, it wasn't Lot and Abraham fighting, but it was his people. It might as well be Lot and Abraham fighting. Because when they go home, they tell Lot about what Abraham people did. And Abraham people told about what Lot did. So there was a secret strife between the cousins. There was secret strife between the cousins because of growth. Because now Lot, the one you brought along, begin to think that they blessed because of themselves instead of it being attached to you. There are some people attached to you. After a while they've been blessed. They think it's about themselves instead of you attached. They start having some stuff now. You understand how they start growing and they start having some stuff. Well, I don't need you no more. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need you. Matter of fact, it wasn't you that brought me. It's God that blessed me. It's not about you, Abraham. So there was strife in the camp. Tell somebody there was strife in the camp. Anytime you see strife, there's growth, and also strife comes to shut it off. Have you ever tried to do something good, and the minute you try to do it, there's something trying to mess it up? Trying to get you frustrated, trying to get you tired, trying to get you upset, trying to tear you down. Tell somebody, strife will come to shut it down. Now look at this, right? And the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwell in the land. Now, while you fighting, the enemy is watching you. While you fighting, the enemy is watching everything that you're doing. Be careful that some people, see, the thing is, some people love strife. They like when things are not good. Because they're watching, they say, the enemy's watching. Well, you know what, I told you so, and this and that. But the enemy is in the land, and the enemy is watching. And Abraham said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we be brethren. He said, look, let's not fight between us, because we family. So why are we come on now, fighting, right? And look at this. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, I will go to the right hand. For if thou depart the right hand, then I will go to the left hand. Because God will force a separation on you. When he told you before not to take them, in the beginning, you should have listened to God. Now strife will come to cause things to separate. Come on. Strife will come to bring things to separation so you can be in the obedience. Now listen to one thing. Even though Abraham didn't listen fully to God, the blessing was still working. So don't think because you didn't do what God said and things are working, it doesn't mean you were obedient. But you got it because God said it to you. Amen. So he can change that. But now strife will come in to reveal what you need to be separated from. Strife will come in to let you know, now this was not just a fight. It's one thing to say there was a fight between Lot and Abraham. This is a bit different. This was strife. Constant fighting, constant coming against each other, to the point that the emotion behind it is hate. It's a whole total different thing. It's a whole total different donkey right here. It was close fighting. They were fighting over it. Abraham had to come in and try to put peace between them.
That's right.
And he said, look, if you take here, I'll go there. There comes a time for you to walk in a fullness of blessing. You have to be the one that makes the choice. You go here, and I'll go there. Because I'll go the opposite way, because we can't grow if we're busy tearing each other apart. We can't grow in the fullness of what God would want us to be. And sometimes in a relationship, in a marriage, whatever it may be in, you got to make the choice of separation, not because you don't love somebody, but because they have to be more growth ahead. Maybe some of y'all have to be mad for you to leave. Well, I'm mad, so they have to do something to me for you to go. Now they have to shoot you on the foot. No, you waiting for something drastic for you to make a decision. You waiting for something drastic for you to make a choice. But sometimes maturity is about you making a choice what's good for you, not what's good for you. Because Abraham came out and made a choice for himself. Whatever you choose, I go the opposite. You take left, I take right. Whatever you take, we're not fighting no more. We're not going to go in argument no more. So you got to make that choice for growth. You got to make that choice to go to a higher level, because going to a higher level is going to cost you. A lot of times when we talk about higher level, we think that you don't have to sacrifice anything. You got to sacrifice the way you do things, the way you think, how you act, where you go for you to be successful. For a guy who's trying to go into, well, let's talk about the basketball players. They got to sacrifice. You think they drink beer all summer? They don't drink beer all summer. They take a month off or maybe 2 weeks off, and they go to training for September, October now.
That's right.
So they can develop new skills and new abilities and be able to work in certain things. So now you look at it, they have to make a choice not to chase the woman, not to chase all those things they're chasing, and really concentrate on that skill level. Because you talk about Stephen Curry made $201 million for 5 years, making him $40.5 million a year. He didn't get it on the first 4 or 5 years. He was making $4 million, but because he kept working on his skills and his ability and training himself and working and cutting some things off, at the end of the day it paid off. So you cannot go to a higher place if you're not willing to cut off some things, move away from some things, deny yourself some things for now, for the benefit of getting the reward later. Most of y'all live in the now, but you don't worry about later. You only make a decision now, but you don't think about when you're 40. You don't think about when you're 30. And that's how most of us go into a relationship, having kids with people you shouldn't have, because you didn't think about certain things. But at the end of the day, it's on you anyway. Because you see, Lot is not thinking about you. Lot is thinking about having fun. Oh yeah. Because who the baby with? Ain't with Lot. Lot is out there trying to get another baby mama. Oh yeah, I'm so in trouble today. Lot is down the block trying to get another baby mama where you got the first one. And he ain't taking the first one, so he can move on. So Lot is always trying to have fun. But you got to take care of yourself by making choices that nobody else will make for you. So Abraham said, you know what, you go this way, and I go that way. You take left, and I take right. Oh Lord. And it shows you what was the heart of Lot in your life. This next verse is going to reveal the heart of some people. Now look at this. And Lot lifted up his eyes, right? And beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere, before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest. Now, Lot looked up, right? Now look at this. You brought them.
Right.
You brought them. There's some people you brought to the job. You brought them to the church. You hooked them up with their mate. So Lot, see, this making choices is going to reveal what's in the heart of people. Look what Lot did. Now he picked now this was like the Garden of Eden, right? He said, he looked up and he saw it. And then he picked that part. Instead of saying, well, Abraham, you brought me, you're my cousin, and everything I got was because of you. So guess what? You take the best. Go ahead. And I'll take whatever. There's some people that God is going to reveal their heart by the choices they make. And look at this. Lot is not going to make a choice that favors you. There's some people, let me tell you something. There's some people in their lives, they only thinking about Lot doesn't care about you. Lot doesn't care about your feelings. Lot doesn't care about what you think. Lot only thinks about what he can get. And you here crying for Lot. Oh, Lot. Oh, Lot will leech on you if you keep letting Lot leech on you. And Lot will only drop off till he's... See, back home, right? And when I was in Haiti, they used to have these little things. I don't know if you've seen it, Maggie. Those little leeches. And the first time I remember my grandfather, they took a little bowl with fire and I think they call it something now, blood sucking, that they did with the atlas. Well, I seen that back when I was a kid. I don't remember. I probably it was 1970s, 71. I was a kid, and they put the bowl and they put the leech, and the leech sucked until it got big. You smell it. See, the enemy starts to suck on you when you don't notice. And to the point that you don't even feel when a leech is on you. That's why when you go to the river, when a leech is on you, you don't feel the leech sucking. And what it does is, it sucks all your blood. And there are human leeches.
Come on, prophet.
That will suck on you slowly. And can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? There's human leeches. There's something about a leech that it releases something that numbs the area so you don't feel the pain.
That's smart.
Speak, Holy Spirit.
There's some leeches that will leech on you that you don't feel the pain of the blood coming out of you. Life coming out of you. They had a name for it back home called succubus. Things that draw spiritual energy or your spirit energy out of you. There's some people who are leeches that suck energy. And guess what leeches does? It stays on the host. It stays on the host until it finishes the job and it gorges itself completely, then it falls off. With all your life taken from you. Lot can be, you are in a relationship, it's taking more energy out of you. Then that's a leech. You're in a marriage, more energy is draining. Draining, there's no strength. It's a leech. Emotional energy is being drained from you, that's a leech. Spiritual energy being drained. Money being drained out of you. Time being drained out of you. There's time leeches. There's time leeches. Mental energy leeches. Emotional leeches. There's some leeches who just want to go by feeling of the emotion that you can give it. You make it, oh God, you make it feel important, so it leeches the importance when I be around you, so it can leech the importance because you make me important. And there's something about the leech and the host. Till it takes everything from you. Takes everything. You've been around leeches. When leeches around you, you say one word, I'm fatigued. I'm tired. It will suck every single thing out of you if you allow the leeches to do it. There's leeches in the church. And when you come out, oh, Pastor, no, step back. That's why I tell people when I finish preaching, I need time to restore energy. I don't want nobody around me. I need time. That's why, not because I'm antisocial. Anybody will tell you I'm not antisocial. I'm not antisocial. I'm a very social person. I hang out. You don't need no appointment with me. Really, you just have to come and see me. The only reason you need an appointment is because if I'm not there, I can't be there. But when I finish preaching, I can't because you leave out energy. So you have to watch out for spiritual leeches because they will try to drain the last energy out of you.
That's true.
The enemy will try to leech from you to the point that you won't have no energy to come here and worship God, to praise God, to give God anything because you're so tired of arguing and fighting all the time and doing all things that you're doing. The job is draining you, the kids are draining you, and everything else is draining you, and all these things in life is draining you. Those are time leeches, emotional leeches, mental leeches, spiritual energy leeches, and everything until you don't got no more. But you have to do like Abraham said, look, you go this way and I go that way. And that's a choice you have to make in your life.
Amen.
Because let me tell you something, anything that's not going to edify me, encourage me in this season, I don't want around.
Right.
Because why do you think football players have cheerleaders? When the morale is low, I need a cheerleader. See, boom, ba. Hey, go Pastor. Yes, hey. Get me going. When I come up here, yeah! Woo! Chest bumping and everything. Lord have mercy. I'm checking. Oh! I'm ready to go because I got a cheerleader bump. Come on, get me going. So how many people know pastors need encouragement? How many people understand they're human beings? How many people understand they go through? Huh? So you need encouragement. Oh, good job, Pastor. I got one person who always call me and say, good job, Pastor. You preached well today. You did very good. And that's Brother Mike. He always called me. Amen. He always called me. Oh, Pastor, you're doing a good job. Oh, man, I felt good. I said, oh, praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. I got an encourager.
That's right.
I got somebody encouraged because you don't know if I hear it.
That's right.
You don't know if I get it.
That's right.
Don't assume I do.
That's right. That's right.
That I do need encouragement
Right.
to keep going, to keep doing, not to give up. Pastors are killing themselves left and right.
They are.
Shooting themselves in the driveway. They got 10,000 members and they're shooting themselves, killing themselves, doing all kind of crazy things. Don't get no love. Don't get no friends. Don't get nothing. Yeah, that's why they close it. Because they fight all the time. They dying left and right. The spiritual warfare is against the pastors. The warfare is against the pastors. So that's why you got to cover yours. You got to pray. Don't talk about it. Don't tear them down. Help them. Strengthen them. Speak well of them. Shut down the people who don't talk well about them. Because he watches over your soul. Protect what God gives you. Now look at this here, right? Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan. And Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves the one from the other. Hearts will be revealed. Abraham dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelt in the city of plain, and pitched tent to Sodom. But the men of Sodom, look at this. He put himself toward Sodom. He in trouble. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly. And the Lord said unto Abraham after that Lot was separated, there's some things that God won't do for you till you separate yourself. You ain't going to hear God's voice until you separate. You're not going to hear God's voice till you do what God told you to do in the first or second place. Obedience is the key. And the Lord said to Abraham, after, tell somebody after, that Lot was separated from him. There's a lot of things God will not tell you till you separate from your lot. Only you can determine what your lot is. Stop playing with Lot. Stop messing around with Lot. Lot is the thing. Let me tell you, the thing that gives you the most strife, that's your lot. The thing that take away your peace the most, that's your lot. And Lot may not be the culprit, but Lot have an open door. There's an open door that the devil is coming in every single time through Lot to do work. There's a door that's open, and guess what? Regardless of what, so you got to tell people, unless you shut the door, I'm gonna shut you down.
Amen.
Okay, you keep playing. Or they my friend. I don't care. See, some of you, I'm faithful, but when I hear God, I'm heartless.
That's right.
Like, Mama, I love you, but I gotta shut you down, Mama. I love you. I'll come by once in a
That's it right there.
Oh, we knew each other since we were zygotes. Who cares? God told me to move it. If God told me to do something, there's a reason why God is telling me. And God don't have to explain himself to me. God's not going to tell me something and there's not a reason to it. God's not going to say something if there's not a reason to it. Tell somebody he ain't going to tell you. All you got to do is obedient. Throughout the whole thing, God never said to Abraham, don't take your kindred. And he didn't say, what would Lot do? Oh yeah, if he listened to God, he would never have this level of whatever he's going through if you listen to what God said in the first place. You understand that? And there's a lot of things, some of us are saying, why is it I'm not hearing God's voice? And why is it I'm not hearing what God says? It's because you're not being obedient to what he told you in the first place. I got 10 minutes to close. That you're not doing what God will tell you in the first place, and that is why God not speaking to you. You got to do what he told you. You got to get in obedience so you can hear the next verse. So you can hear what's next with what God will tell you to do. Now look at this. There's a blessing on the other side of Lot. Tell somebody there's a blessing on the other side of life. There's a blessing on the other side of pain. Yeah, I cried today. There may be tears. There may be a lot of things in you, Jazzy, but on the other side, there's glory, man. There's glory. I can take it. I can go through. Because you know why we can go through pain? Because my God is faithful and my God is a good God. I rely on his goodness, not because everything is right in my life. I rely on his goodness when I'm betrayed by friends, families, and everything. Because God is still good to me. God is still good to me. You're not going to tell me he's not good because I'm going through hell. God is still good to me. Isaiah, you see your grandma, God is still good. Let me ask you a question. Did she love the Lord? With all her heart. She in a better place than you are. You're going to miss her, but God is still good, even through that. He's still good. And she would want you to rejoice because she is right now too. But you can't see it, but she's shouting this Sunday morning. She having church in the holy temple. Lord have mercy. Oh, glory. She having church, my God, with all the saints. She having church this morning. Like the old saints of that church. Having church this morning. Something when Jesus is the preacher and Moses come in and David is shouting the music. Come on now, we having church. So we having church, he having church. Good church. Woo, glory. We have angels as crying. She having church. Real church. Now look at this. He said, and the Lord said to Abraham after Lot was separated, he said, now lift up thine eyes. Right? Right? Now, I'm going to read it from the Message from this point on, right? After Lot separated from him, God said to Abraham, open your eyes. Look around. See now, You can't look up until you separate. You can't look up till you what? Separate. Now, God said, look around. Look north, south, east, and west. Play me a little bit something, son. Help me out here. He said, look north, south, east, and west. Everything you see, the whole land spread out before you. I will give to you and your children forever. I will make your descendant like dust. Counting your descendants will be as impossible as counting the dust of the earth. Now look at this. What God is saying, after Lot comes legacy. After Lot comes legacy. Because God said what's in you is just not about you, but it's about a nation that's in you. Can I tell you something? The enemy is not after you. He's after the nation that's in you. Nobody hear me. He's not after me. He's after, you see, if he get me, he get all of y'all. So don't think if you don't hide home base that you safe. Okay, the Bible said this, right? Smack the shepherd, the sheep will scatter. So he's not trying to get you. He's trying to get me. That's why you got to pray for your leader. That's why you got to cover your leader. Pray for me. Pray for me like you never prayed before. Because praying for me is praying for yourself. And most of you, right? Because of the seed that God is putting in here in you, you may be future pastors, future leaders, future everything else. So guess what? If he stopped me from seeding you guys, from putting in you, you can't become what God wants you to be. Because God put you in a place and a person to put farmers on you. Because this is a generation that not every pastor wants to birth you no more. They want to birth themselves, but they won't birth you. But God put you in a place where somebody can bring out the potential, the ability, the greatness that's in you. Amen. So you got to protect it because he's after the nation that's inside of you. He's after people you never met. Because if he kill you, you will never touch them. If he gets you now, you will never be able to touch nobody else. You will not be able to touch your neighbor. You're not going to be able to touch your great-great-grandchildren. Because if he got you right now, because the thing is, you sitting right now, I was you. Right? I was you almost 20-something years ago, and I didn't know I was on pastor. I didn't know who I was a prophet. When I was stuttering, I didn't know who I was. But when I came in the midst of the prophets, they revealed my identity. There's greatness inside of me. There's greatness in my soul. There's greatness in my spirit. That you cannot die. That you cannot, come on now. And the same God, right? The same God that he said, I don't care if you're a stutterer. Am I not? He told me the same thing he told Moses. Then I make the tongue, I make you speak because I made your tongue. Don't look like you see what you don't have, your disability stop you. Because your God is a great God. And there's potential on you. There's strength on you. It doesn't matter what you're going through today, but that's not what you're going to be tomorrow. Come on now. You may be a mighty woman of God that's going to change nation, but you look like you're nothing now. So the enemy will try to beat you down while you're in a small place so you can become a great thing that God called you to be. Tell somebody, I'm somebody this morning, and there's greatness in me. And guess what? I've got to make a choice to move the lots out of my life. Because if you don't move the lots, you're going to lose your marriage, you're going to lose your children, you're going to lose your health, you're going to lose your peace, you're going to lose everything you got. But that's a choice you got to make and say, God, I choose greatness this morning. I choose what you put in me. I choose the power of God that's inside my soul, God, that I'm making the choice to remove. Come on now. I'm moving the stuff. You told me to leave it alone, God. I'm going to leave it alone. I love them, but I got to leave them alone. I care about them, but I care about my destiny. I care about certain. But God, what you got for me is greater. What you got for me is better. There's greatness on the other side of life. There's power on the other side of life. There's glory in the other side of life. If you got to cry, cry. If you got to go in pain, go in pain. But guess what? Begin to tell God, I'm losing out. I'm looking to the stars because there's greatness ahead. There's more ahead for my life. There's greater in my life. Jen, you got to understand there's more. The enemy is trying to tell you that was it. No. He's not the best. God got more for you. Now up, look to the stars, and look how many stars there is. There's not one star, there's billions of stars. What is God saying? I'm the God of impossibility. I'm the God that can do above and beyond. There's nothing I cannot do. What he's saying to you, Lot was a distraction from the stars. Lot was a distraction, but move away from Lot and look up now. Look up, look up, look up. Tell somebody, look up. Hey, yeah. Look up, look up. Get out from Lot. Get out from the land. Let's go. She's not the only one. He's not the only one. That's not the only job. That's not the only destiny. That's not the only thing. Begin to walk on the land. That's what God said. God began to tell Abraham. He said, arise, walk to the land. He said this, move, walk to the land. Look at this. In the length of it, in the breadth of it. Oh, God said, what I'm about to do, you got to experience it. Walk to the length of it. Walk it to Mount Zion. Walk to the length of the land. Walk to the width of it. Experience the next level. You love Lot, but you got to let Lot go. You care about Lot, but what I'm about to give you, Abraham. Oh, we're about to bless you, Abraham. Hey. Oh God. Yeah. I hear the Holy Ghost say, what's ahead is greater. What's ahead is greater. What's ahead is greater. What's ahead is better. Walk to the land. Walk to the land. Yeah. What's ahead is greater, said the Lord. What's ahead is better. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. It's time to look up. It's time to look up. You look down too much. You've been depressed too much. You've been oppressed too much. But now God's saying,